Former New South Wales Labor MPs Eddie Obeid and Ian Macdonald could face criminal proceedings after the findings of the biggest corruption inquiry in the state's history was released today. The Independent Commission Against Corruption recommending police lay charges on the former politicians and their associates.
With a handshake, the most damning report in New South Wales political history was made public. The decisions taken by former Labor MPs Ian Macdonald and Eddie Obeid on a Hunter Valley coal mine found to be corrupt and potentially criminal.
These individuals used and abused public trust. They used and abused a position that they held on behalf of the people of New South Wales under the banner of the Labor Party.
The ICAC finding Mr Macdonald gave inside information to Mr Obeid about plans for the Mount Penny mine in 2008. The Obeid family then buying property in the area that just months later, when the subject of a mining licence increased in value by more than 400%. The investigation that has been 12 months in the making and has seen more than 100 witnesses take the stand, recommending fraud and improper use of public office charges be laid against Mr Macdonald, Mr Obeid and his son Moses. Those recommendations now with the Director of Public Prosecution. In the history of the ICAC, no politician accused of corruption has ever gone to jail. There are calls from both sides of politics for a special prosecutor to be appointed to handle this case.
I want to see these people prosecuted and feel the full brunt of the law, and if found guilty, serve time.
Eddie Obeid and his son Moses have released statements describing the findings as biased and superficial. Charges of corruptly receiving benefit have also been recommended for peripheral figures involved in the coal deal, including one of the country's richest men, Travers Duncan, while former New South Wales Treasurer Eric Roosendahl was cleared of any wrongdoing.
Meanwhile, former New South Wales Labor Party power broker and Sky News contributor Graham Richardson has said the findings do not represent a cultural problem within the party. He told Sky News Eddie Obeid only exerted limited influence over the New South Wales branch of the party, insisting the former planning minister cannot be linked to the federal party's current leadership.
This is just, you're just rubbishing people here, or Tony Abbott was, and I just find that appalling. They've done nothing wrong and couldn't possibly have known about it, and Bob Carr was the bloke who got rid of Eddie Obeid. No one knew if Eddie Obeid was doing whatever he was supposed to have done according to the findings of ICAC. His influence on the federal caucus was always naught, and I mean naught. So whatever happened in 2006 with people voting for Kevin Rudd, or 2010 voting against him, or 2013 voting for him again, had nothing whatsoever to do with Eddie Obeid. The bow they're trying to draw is far too long.